once you have it and you have it divided out, right? You distributed your division and now you have it in Cartesian. Going from polar to trig shouldn't be that bad, right? So I'm going to draw my drawings. I'm going to go 1/3, which is horrible because 1/3 is like that much, right? It's that much. And then I'm going to go up √3/3, which is that much. I don't know. I'm going to make it up. Do you see that tiny little guy? I'm just going to stretch him out just a little bit. I'm going to pretend that this is 1 unit. So 1/3 of that looks like that. I don't know. Just make it up like that. Anybody recognize this guy? Anybody recognize this guy? Ignore the numbers. I'm just using this because then that's easier. Anybody recognize him? Yeah. The biggest clue, you should always be like, hey, √3, right? So the thing that you want to know is who's longer, 1/3 or √3/3. And then whichever one is longer, that's the one that's opposite the 60 side, right? 60-degree angle. So which one's longer, 1/3 or √3/3? Which would you guess is longer, 1/3 or √3/3? Yeah, very good. And it is because the square root of 3 is bigger than 1. The square root of 3 is bigger than the square root of 1, right? And square root of 1 is 1, so this is big. So then this guy right here, this guy right here is the sorry, this guy's longer, so this is the 60. So this is pi/3. There goes your angle. You can write that in right now if you want, right? So let's do that. So now I know my angle. It's going to be r comma theta. In this case is pi/3. So I'm going to write that in right now, just so that like it's like my placeholder, right? And then I'm going to say, okay, so since this is pi/3, then I can label this as being x, 2x, and then x√3, right? Which, if you notice, this is, sorry, I need an equal sign in there, right? So then that matches already, this matches. So 2x is what? What is my hypotenuse in this case? What's my hypotenuse in this case? What's my hypotenuse in this case? Yeah, it's 2/3 because it's 2 of these, right? So then this is going to be 2/3 because it's 2x, x is 1/3, right? So then this is just going to be 2/3. And then the rest of it you can do, right? So just as practice, you're going to write 2/3 parentheses, parentheses, cosine pi/3. Yikes. You guys told me how to do this. Pi/3 plus I sine pi over 3. Yes? Questions on this? Questions? What part is confusing? What's the most confusing part of all of this?
Miss Johnson, so
yeah.
This you didn't use the Pythagorean theorem?
I didn't because I recognized that this was 30, 60, 90. I don't automatically say, oh, look, it has a √3. It's automatically 30, 60, 90. I did check. I said, if this is the x side, would this be the x√3 side? And it is, right? So
if it was a 30, 60, 90, then you would use the Pythagorean.
Yeah. But so far in 5.8, 5.7, 8, and 9, they've all been 30, 60, 90.
Except for the last one we did, 11.
11. No, 11? I thought 11 was. 11 is.
Oh, because we use the Pythagorean theorem.
So we use the Pythagorean theorem because I wanted to show you that there's an alternative way if you're not comfortable with your 30, 60, 90. But yeah, it's still 30, 60, 90. So I don't think I've given you any.
So realistically, you could use either way to solve it.
Yeah. But if it's not a 30, 60, 90, you can't use 30, 60, 90 for it. Does that make sense? I know.
Yeah,
Confusing. Very good. All right, let me stop this.